Okay, we need to talk about money. But let's just forget about the yachts and the mansions for a minute and get right to the heart of what money really gives you.
I know. That sounds completely crazy, right? I mean, our entire culture is just obsessed with the idea of getting rich. But what if we've been chasing the wrong thing this whole time? And there it is. That's the core of it. The real desire isn't about having more shiny things. It's about feeling free. It's that deep human need to not feel trapped by your own life.
You know, when we hear that word rich, our brains immediately picture stuff like this. This is the social media version of wealth. It's just the highlight reel. But honestly, that's just the surface, and it's kind of a distraction from what's really going on.
So let's push all that luxury stuff aside for a moment and talk about something way more important: how life actually feels day to day. This is where the real power of money starts to show up. And this is the key. It's not about the stuff. It's about that feeling of relief, of possibility, that just washes over you when you know you're standing on a secure foundation. And what does that feel like? Well, it's like a constant, low-grade hum of anxiety in the background. Every unexpected bill, every tiny setback feels like it could be a complete catastrophe. You're not thinking about the future, you're just trying to survive the week. So that's survival mode. Now let's flip the script and look at how a financial buffer completely changes the emotional landscape of your life.
Notice something really important here. Money doesn't make problems go away. Life is always going to have challenges. But look at the difference in how you get to experience them. A random expense goes from being a huge source of stress to just a manageable problem. A delay in income, it's not panic anymore, it's just an inconvenience. And this is a big one. A mistake isn't some crushing setback, it's a lesson you can actually afford to learn from. This brings us to the absolute most important point. If wealth isn't about luxury, then what is it? What's the real power it gives you? So if we're being totally honest with ourselves, what is the real flex? What's the ultimate status symbol that actually shows you have financial strength? Yeah, it's none of the things people post online to try and look successful. You know, those are just symptoms. They're not the cause. The real power is something so much more fundamental. The true goal is one word: options. It's the power to say no to a job you hate, the ability to leave a toxic environment, the freedom to take a month off just to think, or to work on a project you actually love instead of one you have to. That is the ultimate freedom. And you know, a lot of the time, this freedom, these options, they aren't even for us. They're for the people we care about. It's the ability to be generous without having to think twice, to be truly present for someone in a crisis without that background noise of financial worry. It's about solving a problem for someone you love before it spirals out of control. Okay, so if options and freedom are the real goal, what's the actual path to get there? How is this kind of wealth really built? This is the most common trap. We see the result, the nice car, the big house, and we try to just buy the result directly, usually with a lot of debt. We're chasing the appearance, but true wealth is built on something much quieter. So the foundation is surprisingly simple, but that doesn't make it easy. First, you need skills that other people find valuable. Then you build systems around those skills, maybe a business, maybe a freelance career, that make money consistently. Third, you take that income and you buy ownership in things that grow over time, like assets. And finally, and this is the hardest part for most people, patience. Just the discipline to let it all grow. And we need a quick reality check here, okay? Having money is not going to magically solve all of life's big questions. There are tons of wealthy people who are miserable. But what money can do is clear the board of a whole category of problems, those survival problems, so you finally have the bandwidth to focus on the things that actually matter.
So the big takeaway here is to just reframe your goal. Don't chase status. Don't chase luxury. Chase that quiet confidence of stability. Chase the incredible power of freedom and options. We've all heard this cliche a million times. And you know what? It's true. Money by itself is not the source of happiness. And that is the entire point. It buys you space, the mental and emotional space to just breathe. It gives you the time, the energy, and the freedom from worry to finally go find your purpose, to build real relationships, and to discover what genuinely makes you happy. That space, that opportunity to figure yourself out, that's the real prize. And that is a truth worth building your life around.